Good morning and welcome to the Kehillat Shari Torah Daily Halacha Review for Tuesday, June 8th. We've been discussing various ideas, laws, customs, and other practices associated with pregnancy and childbirth. We had a conversation some weeks ago with regard to Erev Shabbat, getting ready for Shabbos, Friday afternoon, and spoke about cutting one's nails there. And we went into a long discussion. We quoted Gemara's Tosfos that one should not leave nail pairings around because they are thought to be able to cause harm to a woman, particularly in the time of pregnancy. So our best practice is to flush those down the toilet. That has, according to the poskim, the same status as burning them. So someone who does this is called a chassid, a righteous person. Some are careful to burn the nails and not flush them down the toilet. So whatever your practice is, that's what you do. Rav Eli Melech Milizhens, the great Rebbe Reb Melech, said that a woman who eats malava malka every Motzei Shabbos will merit an easy childbirth. Malava malka is after the conclusion of Shabbat, after Havdalah, to wash, usually for Hamotzi, light a candle, put a table on the lit candle on the table, and have a little meal to escort the Shabbat out. Malava malka, escorting the queen as the Sabbath queen departs from our presence. That's also it was instituted by King David as a meal of Thanksgiving every week. He was able to wrangle out of either Hashem or the Malach HaMavis, I forget who the Midrash exactly says, that he was going to pass away on Shabbat. So every Shabbos that he made it through to Havdalah, he said, oh, that's another week. So he used to make a meal of Thanksgiving, light a candle, and thank Hashem for giving him additional life. What about fasting? A pregnant or nursing woman who is suffering, is in pain, does not have to fast. In regard to this halacha, a pregnant woman is like a pregnant woman is someone who can tell that she's carrying a child in her womb. She knows. In other words, some say 40 days after pregnancy she's considered pregnant with regard to this halacha, but if it's less than that, the woman certainly knows her body. She knows and can tell you if she's experiencing discomfort or pain. Some say a woman who's capable of nursing does not have to fast for 24 months after childbirth, even if she doesn't actually nurse. And the woman who has 30 days, who's within 30 days of giving birth, also does not have to fast. We are speaking here about the rabbinic fast, Tainus Esther, Shivas B'Tammuz, Sarah B'Teves, and so on. This does not apply to Tisha B'Av and Yom Kippur, which are a little bit more stringent, and we will discuss them in due course. Tisha B'Av is coming up a little more than a month away, 5 weeks or so. On Tisha B'Av, one is supposed to feel pain over the loss of the temple, the Beis HaMikdash, so people generally try to refrain from any kind of bodily pleasures, up to and including some people have accustomed to sleep with no pillow that night, or if you usually sleep with two pillows, sleep with one, and so on. We don't necessarily require these, in my personal opinion, of a woman who's pregnant. If she wants to sleep with one pillow on the night of Tisha B'Av, she can certainly do that, but I wouldn't require that. Some poskim feel that a pregnant woman should not go to the cemetery for any reason, for any number of spiritual reasons. Others say this custom is not mentioned in the Gemara or the Rishonim, so a pregnant woman can go to the cemetery if she wants. A pregnant woman may attend a cemetery on a yortzeit, even according to those who are normally stringent in this regard. Some say that a pregnant woman should avoid going to a funeral if she's going to enter the funeral home. So that's a little bit dicey. Also depends on hergesh halev, the way that a person feels about these things. Careful consideration should be given. Even better would be if we never had any losses and no one would have to be faced with such questions. Similar concern, believe it or not, with pregnant women going to the zoo. Some say, some Migdal Oz, says that women should, when they're expecting, should not avoid going to the zoo. There are many others, however, who are lenient in this regard. Last thing we'll talk about today, Kaparos, Erev Yom Kippur. There's a custom to take a chicken or other live animal, wave it over one's head, and say that this is my kapara, this is my atonement, and so on. The text is printed in your siddur and also in your Yom Kippur machzor at the very beginning there. There's a long-standing custom, not mentioned in the Gemara, not mentioned in the writings of the Geonim, but much later on, and there's a little bit of a controversy about it. Some people feel it's not appropriate, and those who do perform it with money rather than fish or other, with chickens or fish or other live animals. Nevertheless, here's what they write. One should take a chicken and do kaparos for a child, even if they don't understand what's going on. There are two customs, two minhagim, concerning kaparos on behalf of a pregnant woman. Many poskim are of the opinion that the correct procedure is to take a rooster and two hens. a hen for the woman herself, for the future mother herself, and a rooster and a hen, depending on whatever the child will come out to be. Some say she takes one rooster and one hen. The minhag seems to be 1 and 1. A woman who's been pregnant for less than 40 days, and she knows that she's pregnant, obviously, also does kaparas for the fetus. Okay, we will leave it there today. That probably raises more questions than it answers, so feel free to be in touch, and we'll continue this conversation tomorrow. Amir Tasham, please join us then. Don't forget, actually tomorrow we'll speak about it. Tomorrow is Erev Rosh Chodesh. Okay, well, remind me if I forget to talk about it. Have a good day.